Hello everyone, welcome to the Phoenix Friday AMA. My name is Jake Bracey, lead developer of the Phoenix Finance project. Today I'm also joined by Philip. Feel free to say hello.
Hello, Jake. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. Feel a bit of it feels a bit different here. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the non-bug free environment of being outside of Twitter Spaces. feels a bit refreshing in here, inside the Discord
It
stages.
is a new territory for us.
Yeah, it is a bit different. But yeah, if you guys don't know, we didn't do it on Twitter Spaces today, or the Phoenix Friday AMA on Twitter Spaces because there were some issues. So we're happy that we're able to do it in the Discord. Just for this week, we do prefer doing on Twitter Spaces. It's a bit better for us, for just exposure, and everyone's kind of knows, hey, that's where Phoenix Fridays are, so we'll go to Twitter Spaces instead. But yeah, pleasure to. It's really awesome to see so much of you guys here in the audience already today. And just note, this is our kind of first time formally using the Discord stages for our AMA. So we're just kind of working our way around everything. We do apologize if it isn't the smoothest kind of experience for us today, but hey, we're happy that we're talking and the voice should be coming through. So if we've got that far, we should be okay to continue going. And just another announcement. This is also being recorded. The session is being recorded, so it will be uploaded later onto YouTube. So for anyone that wasn't able to make it or couldn't make their way into the Discord stages session today, we'll be able to catch up on the AMA and all the updates. We kind of went through today, but just as a before we get started, I'll just kind of give a short rundown as to what we'll be going through today. So we'll be just going through some of our project updates coming towards the end of the year. It's been a crazy year, and we're really not stopping. We're pushing full force on our developments. But yeah, we'll just be going through some of our ecosystem developments, more focused around our decentralized exchange, and we did release a Medium article about this if you happen to read up, but if you didn't, we're going to be going through those updates today anyway. And yeah, just kind of general updates in our normal, kind of our just updates towards more of what our direction is coming into next year, and what our hopes and what our aspirations are for the Phoenix Finance project are for 2023. So we'll get started. As stated, this week we did release a new Medium article about our upcoming developments, and the main focus of this article was focused around the upcoming Phoenix decks, and I know a lot of people have been eagerly waiting more information, and we did provide a lot of kind of information, insights as to what you can kind of expect in the Medium article. But just to kind of give you a short rundown is in the upcoming weeks, the Phoenix Finance team will be delivering on our Phoenix decentralized exchanges, which will be accessible to investors on Chronos and Polygon chain. We will be first pushing resources to deliver the Chronos decentralized exchange first, and then later on be rolling out access to the DEX on Polygon as well. The Phoenix DEX will have competitive trading fees, while also maintaining that strong integration with the Phoenix Finance ecosystem. The trading fees on the DEX, like a normal DEX, will be allocated for buybacks, burns, development fees, and most importantly, providing liquidity back to the liquidity providers on the DEX. This is pretty a standard thing with most decentralized exchanges. Another thing was what our focus is with the Phoenix Tech is that we're aiming to provide a very unique and revolutionary functionality in this development, as always anything, and we aim to add exciting integrations into the upcoming Phoenix Tech to split us apart from the rest of other decentralized finance projects on Chronos and both Polygon chain. And we will have more information soon on all these different functionalities, but it's going to be super exciting. But yeah, I'll pass it over to Philip now for some updates as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll basically, besides this DEX, we will have our very own launchpad, and the first token launch on our launchpad is expected to take place in the upcoming weeks, somewhere after the holidays. Right now, we cannot say who is that project, but I believe that you are all familiar with it, since it is a project from our Phoenix Syndicate. So that's going to be super fun. Besides that, Phoenix Finance will provide an NFT launchpad as well as an NFT marketplace in the future, and people will be able to mint, buy, sell their NFTs along with playing the lottery and purchasing mystery boxes. So we'll be adding more tiers of mystery boxes in the future. So all that will be basically available on one place, integrated in one place. You
Yeah.
can go on, Jake.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's right. And we'll be with the actual introduction of the Phoenix decks, we'll kind of bring forward a new user interface, a new user experience, to yeah, as Philip said, just bring everything into one place. And obviously, our main focus, if you're looking at the current Phoenix decks, it's a bit cluttered. There's a lot of stuff going on, so we want to make sure that that user flow, and the kind of communication of all information on the app is easily accessible and is clear to everyone. So with the new design of the user interface, with the upcoming Phoenix decks and marketplace and all that other stuff that we have in our ecosystem, we're aiming to have it in all one easy and really visually nice, accessible location. And this is stuff that's in the making now, and we're so excited, and we can't wait to share more with you. Everything's obviously not in a ready finalized state to share, but things are moving, and we couldn't be more happy with how things are going. Uh, Additionally, as well, as a Phoenix Flaming Phoenix Club NFT holder, you will also gain access to different utilities across the Phoenix Finance ecosystem as usual. But also the NFTs will continue to benefit holders as we begin to weave the utility into our existing elements of our ecosystem in upcoming releases. And namely, this will also include the upcoming decks as well. We will be finding different ways to actually provide utility on our decentralized exchange for our FPC NFT holders, both on Chronos and Polygon. And do remember there is still an opportunity to mint more NFTs on the Polygon chain if you haven't already. Um, and just as an update as well with the Flaming Fitness Club on the Polygon chain, if you don't know, the mint is still going, and there are still two legendaries to be found as well. And if you are looking to get your hands on one, there is a really good opportunity to get one at those lower minting price costs as well. It's a really good opportunity if you are looking to get one of those NFTs, especially with what we kind of have coming in terms of our ecosystem in the coming weeks. I'll pass it back over to Philip now.
Yep, thank you. Just some info on our minting activities, our current minting activities. So yesterday we launched a minting event in which you are able to win cool prizes by minting, obviously, Flaming Phoenix Club NFTs on the Polygon chain. You just have to mint and submit your proof of mint in the Google form, and you are eligible to win a prize. And multiple entries per person are allowed. Note that only mints after the start of the giveaway count. Besides that, we have almost hit a new milestone, so we are just a couple of mints away from 3,500 NFTs minted. So let's click that next milestone.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much, Philip. Um, Obviously,
Jake, I'm very disappointed about one thing because I don't have the option to throw reactions here. I don't know if you do have that option,
I
but
don't.
I don't see it here. So
I feel like it would be a thing, but maybe it's not on here. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't think you can. There's only the show request button. That's as far as it goes. Everyone can kind of like raise
yeah,
their
Jake, it's
hands,
not awesome. Yeah,
but
what a shame.
that's fine. Everyone can throw their hands in the air, and we'll just take it out of context, as that's completely fine. All right, awesome. So just for next updates, we obviously in the next AMA we're gonna share a lot more information regarding the upcoming Phoenix asset slash vesting vaults integration, and with this as well the introduction of the Phoenix Royalty Club, which is going to be another really amazing reward system that's going to be huge. And the reason I say it's going to be huge is because we're going to be adding this integration into all of our releases, including the decentralized exchange, including the NFT marketplace. It's going to be really massive. On top of this as well, we also will have more information surrounding the upcoming Phoenix NFT marketplace as well. We do have some exciting integrations this to really make us, really split us apart from the other existing NFT marketplaces on any of the other blockchains, and we've been planning and found different ways to really boost our kind of presence in this regard with our own ideas for the NFT marketplace as well. It's just there's just so much stuff going on. It's just crazy at the moment, and we do appreciate everyone's support in the our kind of development phase as we the support is just amazing, and you obviously allow us to keep doing what we do, and do make sure you stay tuned for more information because do believe me, there is a lot more to come, and we're just super excited coming into 2023 and what it has for Phoenix Finance. So that kind of covers our updates for today. As stated, a lot of those updates that we did go through were related to that Medium article that we did release. And you're more than welcome to read over that if you go check out our announcements as well. We will be releasing additional articles, and we want to try and make it a kind of a habit to release more Medium articles. There's obviously a way to get more exposure for the project and provide a nice format for people to read information, as some people might digest information differently. Some people might not like listening to AMAs. Some people might prefer to read a bit more. So we're going to try and push more resources to make sure that this is happening, and we're making kind of more of a formal structure to our information delivery to the community and our investors. But yeah, that kind of covers the updates for today. If you guys did have any questions, you're more than welcome now to raise your hand. I believe that is a function in the Discord stages. There's like a little hand button in the corner. I don't know if it's different on mobile devices, but you will be able to do that, and I will be able to add you to this the stage to talk. If not, go run over to the general chat and just at Phoenix Jake, and I'll do my best to respond to your message. Obi-Wan says the new open seas. Yeah, nice, mate. Yes, we want to make sure that's kind of our goal. We want to make sure that we're really making a big splash in terms of the huge ocean of NFT marketplaces, and there is a lot. So we want to make sure that we are splitting apart and splitting ourselves apart from the rest. But yeah, it is. We've got some really cool ideas to really make us the favorable option over any other dexes, any of the other NFT marketplaces, as well as the other dexes as well, with our release of the Phoenix Dex coming into 2023. But it's going to be really awesome, and we can't wait to share all this information, all this additional information with you surrounding not only the NFT marketplace or the Phoenix Dex, all the Phoenix vaults, but mainly we're really super excited about the upcoming Phoenix Royalty Club, as this is going to be something that we're aiming to integrate into everything, and unify it over both blockchains, both Chronos and Polygon chain, and it's going to be a really good way to obviously interact with the ecosystem, gain experience points, get rewards, and build your kind of self up on the ecosystem, and obviously build up your own profile on the ecosystem, as this is something that we're going to be focusing on with the release of our upcoming upgraded user interface as well, which is super exciting. So we've got a question here from Zero. One sec, sorry. Sorry, we've got a question here from Zero X Lobster. He says, with the upcoming decks, we'll be able to participate in the Phoenix LP. I don't know, like Phoenix Co, Phoenix Medic, or you'll be keeping this option controlled by the team. As of now, this is something that's open to anyone. If anyone wants to create these pairs, they can do so themselves, and we will be actually trying to create these pairs so on our Phoenix decks, and actually allocate some percentage of the fund reserve to initially funding those pairs, but they will be open to contribute as always on any exchange like you can do now. But obviously, we want to actually make sure that we're pushing a bit more resources to those, so you can save a bit when making swaps between any of those other pairs. So it won't be controlled by the team. It will be accessible to most people to participate in those LP. Okay, so we got another question here from Obi-Wan. It says, any new plans or updates to control inflation at all on both networks now that it is live on Polygon? Oh, now Polygon is live. Is this referring to the RX3 protocol? And is that like the actual supply going up? So we've emphasized this before, that there is obviously no point of guarantee with the price stay like being the exact same as the price goes up. This is just a part of crypto. We can't really calculate anything. But what we've said in previous weeks is with the introduction of our new ecosystem, this being the NFT marketplace, the Phenix DEX, our upcoming lotto as well, which will have more information. We've just more of information around the lotto as well. We've pushed back a bit to kind of push more resources to the Phoenix Dex and marketplace and vault and leveling system. But yeah, all these releases are going to be focusing on one thing in particular, and that's providing those kind of offset fees to pushing buybacks and burns to create the level of stability that we need to ensure that there is that element is there, and there is that price stability that we need. So yeah, that's going to be something that we'll be focusing on with all our releases, and we've expressed this in previous weeks as well. Uh, I think Cesarex also says, cool, we're not incurring in any taxes for that since it's a transfer, right? Referring to LP. I will have to confirm because I do believe in the contract it I'll have to get back to you with that answer just to make sure that it it, it does work that way. But I do believe it can work that way. I'll just have to 100% confirm you before answering that question. So I'll get back to you on that one. Um, Immortal King Crow says, is there a plan for the Dex to connect? Is there a plan for the Dex to be connected to swaps, routers, and arbitrators on Chronos? Uh, Well, yeah, I guess so. I think Phoenix Hankey's kind of smacked that message in there. It will be later on in our developments as we continue improving it step by step, and even after the release, all these things uh, will be kind of aiming to be integrated as well with the Phoenix decks. So, yeah, that's definitely not being ruled out. I don't believe there is any other questions. No one's raising their hands in the Discord stages. Maybe people are a bit nervous. That's okay. Alrighty. That was the eyes in the announcement, Hangi says. Yes, along many other things. The eyes. Yeah. Alrighty. Awesome. So I don't believe there are any other questions for today, which is no problem. Um, but I'll wait a bit longer to see if anyone else has any other things. So there's another question here from Justice. Is the bridge between Crow and Poly still for this quarter four? So we did mention this, I think, weeks ago with our migration that we decided to push back a bit. But now that we're kind of seeing a bit more stability between both chains, this is probably something that's going to be in the mix coming into quarter one. Uh, Quarter one of 2023 realistically, just due to our timelines, and we've got so much going on. And again, we do apologize for the previous miscommunications. Probably probably a month ago. Oh my god, it's been a while since we did launch on the Polygon chain. We did initially state that they were going to be going live in sync, but I do believe it is now going to be a more viable option for us to release in quarter one of 2023 for the internal Phoenix bridge between Crow and Polygon. Now that we've seen a better price stability between both chains, so this is something that we'll kind of keep you posted on as we kind of continue to develop week by week. But if anything changes, you guys will be the first to know. And again, we appreciate everyone's patience. Alrighty. Okay, I think that should be it. I do see a couple more people typing for some last questions potentially, so I'll wait and see. Um, but I will probably keep going for another 5 minutes. I'll just double check that no one's raising their hand in the stages session. It's beautiful seeing all these amazing FPC NFTs from both Chronos and Polygon with all your PFPs. That looks really awesome. And in the whole grid, really nice birds, guys. Uh, PS2 fan man says it says next year on the roadmap that we'll get a UI upgrade. Any idea yet on what that will entail? Like, will we have a design change? Yes. So with the actual, I mentioned this previously, but I'll mention it again. So with the introduction of the decks, we're aiming to also integrate a kind of new user experience and new user interface that binds all these elements of ecosystem into one in a more of a nice and cleaner, structured way. This kind of with this introduction, with the actual decks itself, we'll be bringing over the elements of the existing Phoenix D app into the new user interface of the Phoenix decks. So obviously the point of entry and the main kind of the introduction for users on our D app will be the Phoenix decks, as well as having access to all those other combined elements of our our ecosystem. This being um, obviously so obviously trading, exchanging, liquidity pools, uh, Phoenix Lotto Pool, mystery boxes, Phoenix Vaults, NFT marketplaces, and there's so much stuff to list. The FPC, NFT staking, our launch pads, our marketplace with NFT drops, um, and obviously, oh yeah, in the introduction of our upcoming Phoenix Royalty Club as well, which is going to kind of be integrated into everything as well. But yeah, that's kind of our goal with the new UI upgrade is to do it alongside with the Dex release, and obviously it's going to be a kind of beta release, and we're going to be slowly improving it step by step as we bring everything together. But we are kind of working with designers at the moment with the new user interface, and we're really happy with what we've got so far. We're just going to keep working on it, and we appreciate everyone's patience in the meantime. Stevie Rock says, any plans on YouTube influencers or advertising such as Everything Crypto or Gold Pony? Um, Big Crow fans. I don't believe we've heard of them before, but we might look into them potentially. We'll take your word on it. We do get a lot of YouTubers and promoters, and we do look at them, and some of them are a bit sus in the way they do operate. But we want to make sure that if someone's promoting us, and I know this is something we can't always pick and choose, that they're not just they we want to make sure that if we're paying them obviously for their service, and we're not just kind of going through the whole I don't know what the word for it is. They kind of do the skim read bullshit delivery of what we are, and we know this is something we can't always control. This is kind of the way they operate. They have to work very efficiently, as they do a lot of projects. We want to make sure that we're not just if we do find a promoter, we want to make sure, hey, you got to like kind of stand up for our project and speak for it well. And we've had issues in the past where we've had these YouTube promoters and kind of ambassadors work for us, and they deliver information wrong because they don't do the research, and it kind of makes it kind of falls back on us. So we got to make sure. Oh yeah, and Phoenix Hanky says right there is a lot of bots on YouTube and scam as well. But we might look into those definitely if you've spoken for them, spoken well for them. But definitely look into that. We'll definitely look into that as well. We've got another question here from Natsu's. What is the NFT multiverse exactly? Can you tell us more? I don't have too much information on this as well, and this was something initially going to be, I believe, in our early beginning, we were looking to integrate this in as of this year, but we did decide to push it back further into next year as we are still kind of planning and reconsidering its importance in the overall grand scheme of all the other elements in an ecosystem. But more than likely, it would be a additional kind of gamification element or larger game development that's integrated with DeFi for the Flaming Phoenix Club NFTs. But as of now, we did decide earlier in this year to push it back into our roadmap for next year, as we are prioritizing other larger developments in our ecosystem for now, such as the Phoenix Dex and the many other things we've discussed today. Stevie Rogg says, I will send you the links so you can check them out. Thanks for your reply. No problem. No problem. And thanks for the providing those resources. We'll definitely take a look. Alrighty. Okay, I believe that does. We'll probably sum up the AMA for today, and I'll pass it back over to Philip soon. But again, thanks everyone for joining us today. It's really nice to see a crowd of. We've got 37 people in here today. It's really awesome to see everyone's amazing faces, and especially your FPC NFT profile pictures. They look really awesome. If you did have any additional questions for today, just feel free to send them in the chat, and I'll do my best to manually reply to those later, just via text. Um, but yeah, thanks everyone. Again, this session is being recorded, so it will be uploaded on YouTube later today. All right, so take care everyone, and thanks again for all your support.